What's up and welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's been a pretty busy time. As you guys could see, we were all at Ice Cream Cruise and had a blast there. Ice Cream Cruise is my favorite event of the year. All that stuff like that. We did hurt the S10. I got some things coming for it that I think is wrong with it. I'm hoping that it's an easy fix. I'm going to find that out here in this video, what exactly is wrong with it. Before we do that, I just got back from Florida. We were there right after the hurricane Helena or whatever, Helene, whatever they called it. And we were actually in the Hurricane Milton. So I don't know, the guys there on would be the west coast of Florida. They got it pretty bad. We were actually staying in St. Petersburg, and we had to evacuate where we were staying. So we ended up going to Orlando and hanging out for the rest of our trip in Orlando, which was a blast. We went to the beach a couple times. We went to FL2K, watched Becca race, Cletus race, all those guys, Doug from Motion, all those guys race. We watched all those guys. So it was a pretty good event there. Fast cars. Like there was, I think it was one of the Motion Raceworks cars, the white S550 or whatever it is. He like spun off the line, I think, or something like that. And at like 200 foot, he got into it and went out the back door at like 204 mile an hour. I'm like, dude, he freaking had 700 foot and went 200 mile an hour. Like, holy crap, these things are freaking fast. Manual cars, some of the rowdiest manual cars I've ever heard. You know, like the S10 sounds like gunfire. These manual cars sound like grenades are going off at the starting line. It's insane how fast these things are. But yeah, it was good. We survived Hurricane Milton in Orlando where we were staying. It was just pretty much like a typical South Dakota rainstorm. 50 mile an hour winds with some rain. Nothing that South Dakota don't have every rainstorm. But yeah, so we got the S10 all in the garage. It's looking pretty. It's sad. It still runs and drives. Has oil pressure, all that stuff like that. It's just leaking oil. It's not a horrible leak. And to be honest with you, we could probably just run it. I got a hold of the guys at Motion. We got a diaper for it. So literally as much oil as it's leaking, I could probably throw that diaper on it and be fine. But the oil's coming out of the back of the motor. I don't know if the truck twisted enough and broke the block actually, or broke the rear cover, or it's just a rear main seal. So I don't know what it is. We're going to jack this thing up in the air and find out. I'm waiting for that cover to come in. Hopefully it comes in tomorrow. But also, to have the lift in the air and take the transmission out, I'm not going to put it on my shoulder because I have a bad back. I bought one of these fancy transmission jacks. So I'm going to build this transmission jack, and yeah. Hopefully tomorrow we're removing the transmission, looking at the back of the motor, and it's just a rear main seal. Pop a new rear main seal and cover on it, and we'll be racing again because we got some racing still to do. There's races down at the new drag strip in Missouri, Flying H drag strip. They got a race there with a 580 index class, I believe. I think they got a truck class as well. I'm not entirely sure. Small tire, radial. No prep race. It's going to be a good time. I think that's November 1st and 2nd. And then I-29 Dragway is having a truck invasion. So they have a 580 class there. That's not this weekend, but next weekend. So hopefully we can go to that because they have Power Wheel racing, trunk or treats there, foot racing, bunch of things for the kids, and truck stuff. So hopefully we can all go to that. But yep, I'm going to build this transmission jack, and hopefully that the fix for the S10 is just an easy, simple rear main cover swap. I'm hoping. Keep your fingers crossed. I'm going to get this thing built, and we will figure out what's wrong with the truck. it is. I got this transmission jack all built up. Pretty nice unit there. I don't even know how to work it yet. Yes, I'm in my garage and I don't have shoes on. Don't judge me. Look at this doohickey. And just... Shoo, buddy! Get your little lock chains. This thing's a unit. But yeah. In the next clips, I'll have the truck jacked up. And we will be moving the trans, looking at the back of the motor. Hopefully that rear cover comes in tomorrow, and I can get this thing done this weekend. I hope the block is not cracked. I hope it's just a rear main seal or crack that cover. So we'll find out tomorrow. Make sure you guys stay tuned because it's just going to be a couple seconds, and I'll let you guys know. Have kind of been working on the truck and not filming, but kind of what... I'm gonna try showing you guys here underneath the lift here is the truck under power would start leaking, and you guys can kind of see it here, but it's all over the back of the oil pan. But what's happening is it's going up into the bell housing right here, covering the inside of the bell housing, then it runs down right there, then it leaks down there. So it's on both sides. We thought it was leaking out of the starter because we got that sensor that's right there. We thought it was leaking out of that. We confirmed that it is not, but as you can see, it's really bad where the transmission bolts to the engine. So I'm hoping that the block is not broken, but I pretty much have the trans ready to come out. I got the trans bolts, and then this thing will be ready to pop out. I just got to check a couple wires, make sure we're all good there. Got the new transmission stand on it. What I plan on doing is just lowering it and moving it back a little so I can get in here and work. I'm going to take the flex plate off. I'm going to examine the flex plate. I'm going to examine the back of the motor, and I'm going to check out that rear cover. Hopefully it's just a rear main seal or a broken rear cover, and new cover, new rear seal. And this thing will be ready to go and do some more battle because it is almost the end of October, but we still got some more races to go out and win. So we got to get this thing back together ASAP because we got a race coming. I feel like a dip. I do the YouTube stuff for a living, and I didn't even film what was wrong with the truck, what broke on the truck. I did do it on Snapchat though. For some reason, I pulled my phone out, but not my camera. So will post the clip right following this video of what I found out wrong. Sorry if the quality's bad. It's on Snapchat, so here it is. Well, looking at the rear main seal, the seal is perfect. The whole back of the motor is covered in oil though. But like Stuart thought, look at this. I can just take this thing and just spin it. Spin this one too. So maybe, I don't know why, that is the issue. So that big fancy rear cover Logan's been waiting on in the mail for a couple days has been a waste of money. Story of my life. But the rear main seal is fine. So I'm gonna snug these things up. We'll slap the fucking bitch back together and we'll go win some races. That was my bad. I'm sorry. I turned the podcast on, listened to Joe Rogan, and I just got to working on the truck. And like I said, I was in a groove and I pulled the trans out. I fixed the problem, put it back in, and I think just under 3 hours all by myself. So it wasn't a bad deal. Like I said, I got that trans jack you guys seen me build in the video earlier, and just jacked it up, lowered the trans about a foot, pushed it in the back. I left the shifter hooked up. I left the trans lines hooked up. Yeah, and just moved it out of the way. With the converter in it, I undid the flex plate and immediately seen that bolts were loose. So I ordered a cover from BTR, but the cover didn't show up in time. So it actually was in Sioux Falls. Then it went all the way back to Missouri. Then it come back to Sioux Falls, and then it showed up today. So this is 2 days later, and yeah. I just tightened that cover, tightened all those bolts down, retorqued them. I'm hoping that the gasket behind the cover is good and it's not going to leak. I do have the diaper, but when I got to looking into it, I knew that I was going to have to change a few things, but I was thinking that I could get away with how I had the stuff that I was going to need to change and be able to use it, the diaper. But when I was trying to finagle it on, it's not going to fit. So essentially, you can kind of see it, but not really, is my turbo drain comes out, swoops down, and goes into the pan there, into the side. So I need to redo this line, my drain line, and have it come down and have it come in from the front somehow. I'm supposed to do that. I don't know if I'm gonna or not, or they don't want you to, because what's the point of a diaper if you put a hole in it? But I might just put a hole in it and just keep this line the way it is and just put a hole in it enough for the drain tube to fit in. And then, of course, you know, I got to take my starter off. And then I do have some ground wires. You can kind of see them right there from the engine to the frame. I got them on this side, and you can't really see them, but they're right there on the passenger side. So I got to change those, and also I know Motion makes these diapers. That's the diaper I have, and I'm not quite sure if they work with their timing pointers. I have one on this truck. I don't really need it, so I could always take the timing pointer off, but I don't know if they fit or not. So yeah, I should put it on, because if it would leak again, besides what gets up into the top of the bell housing, it would catch it. But we got, I think, 2 more races left, which is this coming weekend. They calling it the Boo Bash. They got kids power wheel racing. London's gonna go. Trunk or treats. Kids foot racing. They got a 580 index class, which is what I'm gonna race. I'm gonna turn the truck down to do that. And I think they got an 850 and a 9.0 class, or a 750 9.0 class. Somewhere's in there, those index racing as well. So yeah, and I think the burnout pit will be also running too. So they got a lot of things going on this weekend. And then I know H-Town Throwdown, or H-Town new track in Missouri, is having no prep race with a truck class, I believe it is. So we might run down there to go do that. But it's hunting season right now too, so I've been kind of pushing my hunting off for this S10, and I'm really wanting to get out and go hunting. So I don't know if that H-Town race will happen, but I know this weekend Boo Bash is for sure happening. So we're going to take the truck down and hopefully bring home a win in the 580 class on this thing. And I thank you all for watching. I'm sorry this video is kind of weird, short, dumb. It is what it is. The video is kind of dumb, like the guy holding the camera. But yeah, the truck's fixed, hopefully for the better. I just hope that rear cover seal is sealed. The cover's tightened. Everything's ready to go. I made sure this thing still had oil in it, and it does. And yeah, we're ready to go out and kick some ass, bring home win number 2 of the season. So yeah, wish us luck, and make sure you stay tuned to next week's video, because Lennon will be racing her Power Wheels, and we'll be bringing home a win with the S10. So I appreciate you guys. Make sure you go grab some merch. MrEazyS10.com. I appreciate it. Go like the socials, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Links are all in the description. And until next time, guys, we'll catch you later. Peace.